This weekend, I had a chance to read an excellent article in the Fall River Catholic paper by a Deacon Frank Luca. Deacon Frank said that just before the pandemic lockdown, he went to see his doctor. And unexpectedly, the doctor told him that his A1C was very high. In other words, he was on his way to diabetes if he didn't make some significant changes in his body weight, his exercise, and his diet. The way he saw it, he had two choices, either to change or to continue down the road to worsening health. Fortunately, he chose to eat well and even to exercise twice a day. Deacon Frank mentioned that because of the lockdown, he found there was extra time to focus on his health. Now, 4 months later, he has no need for blood pressure meds or diabetes meds. He's lost 30 pounds, and his A1C numbers are great. He went on to say that he needed to leave his old way of eating and his lack of exercise to attain this new lease on life. I thought of this story as I read today's gospel. In it is a young man, one who follows the commandments and is seeking eternal life. Deacon Frank is also striving to lead a good life, one that includes serving at a local parish and as a chaplain at a university, as a husband and father and grandfather. Still, what he found was like the young man, there was something in the way. I don't know about you, but when I was younger and I would hear this gospel, I used to scoff at the young man. I wondered how in the world, in the presence of Jesus, that he couldn't see the light, that he couldn't realize that his possessions were getting in the way of his salvation. But with the passage of time, I think for many of us, the admission of our own impediments, I think we can better understand why the young man struggled to do what Jesus asked. But this doesn't mean that our stories have to end in the same way. Through this time of adversity, I believe that God is also giving us a better ability to examine our lives more deeply. And just like we can accumulate items in our closets and garages and basements that we just don't need, we can also develop habits, negative memories, unhealthy goals, and yes, even sin that we need to change or get rid of to follow Jesus. My brothers and sisters, during this pandemic, God is allowing us the space to ask and to answer some crucial questions. Number one, what do I need to give up or change to follow Jesus more faithfully? Number two, do I see following Christ and living like Christ not just as the focus of my Sundays, but as the focus of my daily life? And number three, do I believe that Jesus' invitation, come follow me, is a personal invitation meant for each one of us? Deacon Frank listened to his doctor. He made a plan, and he was faithful to it. Today, Jesus is speaking to each one of us, people of all ages and all places. He's telling us to take a look at our lives and to free ourselves from whatever gets in the way of finding real joy in this life and the next. The next move is ours. Are we willing to take an honest look and to make some changes? That's what Jesus has come to ask of us today. I'm sure you know this, but sometimes the first step is the hardest, but it is truly worth it. Just ask Deacon Frank or anyone who has made a change for the good. May God bless you and your families on this holy day. And let us find out what we need to change, what we need to leave behind to follow Christ.